Hello everyone, it's Daniel Perez from Central Coast Kenpo Karate, and we are going to cover today the advanced drills for crushing hammer. Okay, so this is drills that I would do for like advanced guys such as blue belts and higher, or individuals or students that know these techniques, possibly some fast lower belt like beginners that can pick up movements. Maybe they can do these drills. But just breaking down a little bit of crushing hammer on how you can apply grafting, family grouping, and just the concepts of motion and what ifs. I like to play with the techniques and share ideas on how you can implement it, but also how you can do them in drills so students can become quicker with their spontaneous mental speed and everything along with it. So as we know, we're gonna pin here and come back. So I do like sliding back if you're in the lock, because the hammer fits real good. And obviously that family groups with capture twigs, which is going here. Now some might do it as a palms. I like an elbow. Tomato, tomato, either one works, guys. Okay, so elbow here, and then from here you have the stomp, and then recheck with the elbow, as we know, capture twigs there. So what we could do is we can play with, okay, well, if we can't get behind the leg, then what we can do is continue with capture twigs. So if someone had me in the bear hug here, and then from that point on, let's say just before I can get the grab or the palm in, they backed up too far. Well, then that's when I can follow them right into the cap and into my elbow. So I can take my capture twigs and become a lot more aggressive with it as a follow-up technique, which is neat because it starts exactly the same way like crushing hammer. Now, we're talking about the arms pin as we're in that theme right now, but I would slowly start to add in the rear bear hug arms free. So that way the student can get good at adjusting to the beginning of the movements. So let's say I don't even have to lead into that right now, but that's an idea you can go into as a what if. But if I was gonna do drills, it would be the beginning of capture twigs or crushing hammer, if you're in the lock, or if you're in arms free position, crashing wings. So I can go into the crashing wings position, right, and come out. And I have my elbows, my crashing wings here, right? Spiraling twigs, another one I can implement, right? So I can 1, 2, and then take just that. And just to give them spontaneous thinking. Excuse me. So with that being said, if the person grabs waist-wise, crashing wings, if the person grabs up here, higher, spiraling twig, okay? If the person grabs low, crushing hammer, arms pinned, right? I can add also squeeze in the peach, okay? So let's say I can't go around this way, well, I'm gonna cut on the inside this way, okay? So what I could do is I could take the buckle on my right hand and push and do squeeze in the peach, which is a bear hug. So you can implement all these different beginning reaction drills to all these techniques and family group with them. So it starts to become more spontaneous. So if they ever did freestyle techniques, or being right away on the dot, think of counters, they can have a fast, quick idea on what to do if they get attacked with these various bear hug attacks, right? We also, got the fronts, but right now I'm not really focusing on the front bear hug, so taking the back bear hug. So crushing hammer, capture twigs, this squeeze in the peach, then we can go as far as well as squatting sacrifice, right? We can go into two people technique, like two-person technique, bearing the ram, reprimanding the bears, that idea. So we can take all these scenarios and blend them into drills. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna kind of go through how we can take, first of all, what if to crushing hammer, and then we'll lead into also how we can take other techniques and lead into those as well. All right, so we'll get to it on a body right now. Okay, all right everyone, we're back, and we're gonna do a little bit of bag striking here with these techniques. We're gonna take 4 techniques today and just work that on a bag for a little bit. Kind of explain to you how you can have the students partner up and do this drill against bag strikes so they can hit hard, or what you could do also is just something fun that the instructors can work on to give the kids something to hit besides air, right? So a lot of times when we do bear hug techniques, we don't hit as strong as we need to, or if they're working with each other especially, they can't go full force and they're gonna hurt each other, right? Now, maybe an adult can take more of an impact hit, which is fine, but at the same time, if we want the kid to be able to feel good power too, or even adults to hit as hard as they want with other adults, bags are a great asset to helping develop their confidence and power, right? So let's start with crushing hammer, just stepping back into that hammer fist. I think I did this in the last video, but now she has two techniques she's gonna have to do because it's gonna go right into crushing or squeezing the peach. So on this side, if I tap here, that lets her know this is gonna be the first side, which is crushing hammer.
Yeah.
Here, okay? If I tap the other arm here, she's gonna go to squeezing the peach.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when she steps back into that shot. So on one technique, arm and a leg work together. On the other technique, the opposite leg and arm work together. So we're working opposites and then obviously we're working same side, right? So we'll go crushing hammer.
Yeah.
And then we have squeeze the peach.
Yeah.
And that just lets her know that she's adapting to the two scenarios, okay? Now, we can add in crashing wings. Let's add in the bear hug, arms free. Now, how I have it is I have the bags held like this, so it's just easy for me to flip them, okay? So if I shoot them here, low,
yeah,
that's crashing wings. She can elbow as hard as she wants. So we'll do it again. So I got her here,
yeah,
okay? She can shoot them down, right? Now, if I go up higher here, like this, then she can do squeezing the peach,
yeah,
okay? And she can really try to dig those knuckles in too. So again, once I'm clamped here,
yeah,
all right? So she has that idea. So with that being said, you can have now the student adjust to those 4 different scenarios. Tap the right arm, tap the left shoulder, low bear hug, crashing wings like this. High top bear hug or higher grab bear hug will be the spiraling twig reaction. So it gives a student 4 different mental choices when you're attacked: arms pin or arms free. And it gives us the limbs that we're working on, which is opposite limbs or limbs working together. And the other arms free, we're having dual strikes working together here and dual strikes working together here. So what we're gonna do is, if you break down some of the footwork here, is that one has you go opposite to the corner to grab your center of gravity, to get a hold of it. One has where you're gonna work the leg and the arm simultaneously, hitting this next angle here, dropping back and working this angle. So you're gonna once work on the outside angle here, and on the inside angle here was like a buckle, okay? Now, with that being said, you have the other 2 techniques that all come just straight to the side, but they're both dual strikes. So you slide, there's your dual strike here, right? Which is a lower grab, and in the upper grab, there's your dual strike here, okay? And it goes from one dual to another dual strike, double strike, okay? So it's really neat so you can see these patterns develop on how you can teach the lower belt students to understand that sometimes you'll use opposite arms here and legs. Sometimes you'll use the same, an opposite, but leg with the arm together. And there's gonna be times where you're gonna work one leg, but use dual hands, 2 hands at the same time, right? Or I can go the mirror side or the other side as well, right? So it gives them those opportunities to get very quick. So again, it just develops spontaneity. So have Ms. Perez do those 4 on me. So we'll start with crushing hammer. So if I grab around here, she's gonna cut to the corner, pin and hammer fist.
yeah,
Okay, so now she throws my balance off, gets this leg to kind of adjust back. Now, if we were going to squeeze in the peach, she's now gonna hit with her other arm. So again, I got here, tight,
yeah,
and she can step back, push my leg out, plus dig the palm into the groin with the grab. If I go into crashing wings, low grab, arms free, she can step
yeah,
and create the double elbow strikes, okay, to loosen the grip. If I go up higher here, now it becomes spiraling twig for the loosen, okay? So we're hoping that those knuckles
yes, sir,
loosen up the hands, and that gives opportunity to lock on those elbows, okay? So that's all we're trying to do, is just to try to create some sort of release and then attack, okay? So what I'm gonna do again is you're gonna attack me on this one.
yes, sir,
And so we'll go back to the scenario. So she gets me in the bear hug, arms pinned. I step off and I strike to the groin here. But as you can see, the technique carries on. So now we're going to go into a what if here. So as I slide back here and I hit her in the groin, now there's two choices that can happen. I can finish my technique, obviously. I can go right into my next technique here with the floating ribs, whatnot. Okay, but what if she stepped too far back from the first shot? Like she went quite far. So if I was, for example, if I went off to the angle, she goes a little too far back, then what I can do is I can then take the same leg and then grab and pull her back with me and finish my squeeze in the peach. Okay, so I can push drag back. So once again, she can come back a little bit here. I can come back and re-attack. That's one way I can do it. So again, if I'm here, I can go off. Okay, then right here, she comes back, but I can wrap. So if I don't get behind her leg, it's okay. So let's say, for example, she went back too much where I couldn't get behind the leg. Now I can either pull her in, or if I don't get that shot in, I can obviously come up with other stuff. I can then follow up with another technique or so. I can still do a palm strike with that backhand, right? I can finish my glancing salute or whatnot. But in this case, let's imagine you're able to re-grab the groin. That's why it's important that we don't get there's not too much space either from the groin shot. Because once I go here, I want to stick right to the groin, okay? But again, if I can't get behind her leg quick enough, I can then just reverse it and pull her with me, and now I have squeeze in the peach here, okay? So I can create those two to work together, because if you really look at it, there's squeezing the peach. I can go from here, or I can go from here. It's just a matter, if I'm on the inside of the leg with this, I can finish my technique, or if I'm on the outside of the leg, okay? So in this case, it'd be hard to finish this technique because she's coming in this way. So I can still get maybe away with the elbow. With this right here might not be as effective, so I might as well just pull her with me and go right into squeezing, right? So obviously where the hands are gonna go, they're gonna come down. So if I go either way, if I'm here, her hands are gonna go down if I'm behind her leg, or if I'm in front of the leg, her hands are gonna go down still. So I don't let go. I'm gonna try to maintain that grip and pull her in, right? Or the attacker, okay? So just keep that in mind, everyone. That's a fun little drill you can think of that you can play with that footwork, where if I get behind the leg, I can then, you know, I really have control of them here, and then I can rip on the way up. So as we know from this point here, once I get behind her leg, I can hold on, push here on her knee, and then release with the rip, with the elbow, palm strike, elbow, whatever you want to do at the end. I know it's a palm at the end of the base version, but with this, you can blend those two. So this is just some fun stuff that you can take back, like I said, to your guys' students. If you want to play with it, you can take this idea and make it your own. You can create maybe another technique and put it in there as well. So if we go into now crashing wings, we can adapt that into other base techniques. So like, for example, what if they're moving us? So like, let's say, can you get me in the arms free?
Yes.
If she got to me in the arms free and she's moving me, now I have to establish my base, right? Depending on where this grab, I gotta first establish this is a high grab, low grab, right? Where's my environment? Let's say you have someone throwing bags on the side of you. Okay, I can't step to this side, so I'm gonna have to quickly adapt to this side, right? So that's one other thing. If she grabs higher, you know, and she's moving me this way, I can't really get these elbows in, so I'm gonna pop up here and then grab 1, 2. And now I can finish my base technique or so. Or let's say, for example, I did crashing wings, but she's pushing me. Let's go low here. I did crashing wings and I broke some of the grip, but she's pushing into me so I can't get behind her. Well, I'm gonna take spiraling twig and then go right into that technique, right? Let's say she's pulling me backwards while she's got me here. Well, now I'm gonna get behind her leg and I can finish my crashing wings technique, okay? So with that being said, your push-pull does have an effect on an influence on which technique you might get away with doing. As long as you don't get picked up and slammed. As you know, it's that quick. It can happen fast, guys. So teaching them how to drop, have a good base, and then, you know, how to keep the elbows and working those dual strikes and combine the power of that and being able to make it work. Now, one other thing you can do is a squatting sacrifice. If, for example, they're pulling you back, right, while I'm doing this, if I try to sit and put my butt out, hit, and try to hit their hips, and then sit on their knee with my stance, I could actually be helping that situation. It could be easier. So if they're walking backwards and boom, I can come up and take some momentum of that, right? So, I mean, you can play with it. You can see if it fits there or not. You can try it moving forward, moving back, moving from the sides. And that's what Kenpo's about. It's just about continuing the art and evolving it to make it better. So hopefully these are ideas that help you guys out. I appreciate all the positive feedback, comments. And like I said, please leave a comment on the channel, subscribe, and like the video. So if you guys want more Kenpo drills and grafting and what ifs, ideas, stuff like that, bag drills, please subscribe, like I said, and then like the videos. That helps us a lot, and we do really appreciate it. And we're hoping that for this channel that we can hit 1,000 subscribers. We're on our way. I hope we're gonna get there soon. So guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next step, and then I'll have another video up for you guys soon. Thank you again.
Thanks for watching the video. Click on the bell and subscribe to the YouTube channel.